Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
Welcome back to Movie Madness episode. What the hell? I don't know what episode it is, but we got some movie news to talk about, and it's about the casting of Magneto and Xavier in Disney's MCU, the new X people. And all I have to say is, about time! Hell yeah! Get out of here, White Xavier, White Nito. Your time is up. Time to bring on the X people by calling it X people and have Denzel Washington star. Now, what's this all about? What is it? You know what? Go for it. Do it. I'll watch. I don't know when I'll watch it, but I'll watch it. What's this all about? It's the proof! The proof we've been waiting for! This shout out goes to Sci-Fi Dragon. Sorry it's been a long while, and you know what? Keep those comments coming, and I'll do a whole video just on one comment. That's how devoted this madman is to you viewers that stuck with me. Real warriors. So, that's what I'm talking... To be 100% real, I just don't care anymore. It's not like I'm gonna say I'm not gonna go see that. It's just like, okay, announcing this stuff. This is the proof, Sci-Fi Dragon, that that we're already there. They're extending the culture war for profits, war profiteering, and access media is just as bad as hate access media. And you know what? I'm not going to name him much anymore. You know who I'm talking about. The leader of the woke police, the pool boy. So the leader of the woke police, did he take the bait? Did they take the bait? Yes, they did. Woke, 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 woke. Woke, 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 woke. Joke, 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 joke. That's what's going on here. It's total signaling to the other side. Now, if you have a reason to do it, do it. And you know what? If you're gonna pick go a different way with Magneto, I'll see Denzel Washington in everything. I'm against woke for woke's sake with no reason, and just to do it, to do free marketing. Because I'll get to more points in a moment. But if there's anyone that I could say would kill it in any role, it's Denzel Washington. I'm a huge fan. So I honestly think this announcement and rumor is BS. Especially where it's coming from. But this is just more proof that all the access media sites and the hate access media sites are doing the same thing on the opposite side. They're friends! It's a manufactured war to extend... Listen, print and news media and movie news would be dying faster without this culture war. So that's why we have constant hell in the fandom. Who's going to take the bait? Who do you think's going to take the bait on this one? I know quite a few. And it could be true, but I don't believe it. I just think it's a slow news day. Get those hate clicks in, and you know who's going to take the bait. But it also could be something they're considering, because what's the best free marketing that they don't have to spend a dime on in 2019? Triggering the woke police. I'm the first one that's going to tell you the movement's a joke. I think I'm starting to... See, I didn't start this. I didn't start the series. I'm not on YouTube to tell you what you want to hear. I tell you what I see. And lots of times you shoot the messenger and not someone that's jumped on the hate bandwagon when it's safe. I don't want to be a hate monger just to hate things. I want to enjoy stuff. I genuinely want to enjoy stuff. And I'm not 100% against woke. It's just you got to have a reason for it. If it's there to just be there, and there's a lot of stuff that the woke police jumped all over that later on I watched. I'm like, really? There's nothing there, or just a smidge. But you can't have it zero either. Come on. There's actually one thing that Rian Johnson said that was very truthful, and he should know. He's got a lot of friends in Access Media. And it's the same players keep coming up in all these movements. Every time there's a gate, the same people keep moving on, creating hell in every fandom, and it's because they make a lot of money doing it on both ends. So I'm talking about a new gate, Hellgate, and it's all the same players exaggerating everything on both sides, having their sights, acting like the everyman when they know exactly what they're doing. They're prolonging this and making mountains out of molehills. And the sky is falling of woke! But there are some valid questions. Now that we got that out of the way, and you say, I'm all for it. Hell yeah! Let's go do it! Am I gonna show up? You're gonna have to prove. You're gonna have to convince me to show up. Denzel Washington might convince me to show up because I like him a lot. So, there you go. I don't care what you think of me. I know it would be a major change, and I don't like change just for change. But, Denzel Washington, sign me up. And if you don't think it's it's a trap. It's bait for the woke police, and they know it too, and they go along with it because they want the funds. But if you don't think it's bait, they totally went with an actor that is very famous, has many amazing roles, but Malcolm X is one of the most famous. Malcolm X Man. It writes itself if you want to trigger the right. It's just to trigger you. Are you part of the problem? That's what I want to ask. Not my regular viewers, but if you're new to this channel, are you part of the problem with this? Because they announced it this early, and it's not an official announcement. That's why, when I started my Kathy and Ryan videos, I said rumors and speculation. It's because The Last Jedi, and I don't want to keep, how I could go on The Last Jedi, but it's because when The Last Jedi came out and they were saying it was the best thing since Empire Strikes Back, and I actually walked out of the theater, I just knew that Access Media was full of shit, and I never went back, and I wanted to just, that was a proven a point with mine. I have just as much insight as they do. They're all full of shit, and they're just reading promos and stuff that's sent to them by Lucasfilm. Talking points. That's why all the reviews sound the same. They say if you have to criticize it, just mention the Canto Bight scene. That's all this is. I like to be neutral. Okay? I like to be neutral, and I have some tough questions. If you're all go for changing the X-Men to black men, or any other nationality or minority, or calling them X people or whatever the hell, I don't care anymore. But what I want to ask you, I have some tough questions. What is it really doing? What is race swapping really doing? Because honestly, it's just another excuse for the reboot, rehash, retelling of the same exact story, just in a new skin. And we're going to ask the tough questions, and I want you to convince me. This is what I want you to talk to me and hash it out. You could You could convince me either way on this one, honestly. Film is about the suspension of disbelief, okay? Good films try their hardest to do this. There has to be... no film is 100% realistic. I mean, they've tried, but it's just... There's always things. But, does this help that? When you know a character, when it's ingrained, and you know the backstory, does it help? Does having Denzel Washington, even though I think he's an amazing actor, does it help the suspension of disbelief based on fans? No, it does not. I don't think so. Does it help the story? If you're sticking to the character, I don't think it helps there either, except we'll have to see the way they spin it, but I don't see comic fans liking the spin. Does it help the marketing? Hell yes. I think this is a major talking point that people... I really believe if you really are just upset with all this swapping of characters and changing just to do it, that you have to get past the initial announcement, because really, it's exploiting minorities. It really is. Think about it. Hollywood has been ignoring minority projects. I'm not oblivious to that either. And actors. I don't think all of them, and I think it's exaggerated a lot, because there's been many successful stories of minorities in Hollywood too. I think it's exaggerated a lot, but it's there. But here's the number one question I want you viewers to answer. Does it help minorities when you race swap a character? Because that's what the marketing wants to tell you. And I say, hell no, it doesn't. It's a detriment to minorities and what they've been really wanting. But when I really started this series, I want a discussion. I'm not saying I'm 100% right or wrong. I want to hear your opinions. Because in my opinion, it's treating minorities like the black sheep of the family. And saying, here, after we're done, sloppy seconds, sloppy third, fourths, actually, and hand-me-downs. When the reality is, they've been ignored. Not altogether, but it's a problem. It has been a problem. I actually think it continues to be a problem because they're fronting like they're doing something for minorities in Hollywood, when the reality is they're ignoring original IPs, new projects, because it costs too much. And they're just throwing them a bone, giving a hand-me-down, and exploiting the whole process for free marketing. You ever heard the phrase, there's no such thing as bad press? Oh, I almost went somewhere. I'm trying not to talk about you-know-who, because that's where the whole Pool House channel comes from. There's no such thing as bad press or bad behavior that's not rewarded enough. And they're exploiting it. They're exploiting bad behavior by the woke police for a long, lengthy session of free marketing. No advertisement is bad advertising. If it gets your project out there and all you had to do was throw a rumor out there, they may not even use them. They're already just getting free press by, the next Magneto. The next Xavier. It's a win-win for Disney and the MCU to even be talking about it. And to get back to the point of the sci-fi dragon, I think we're well past the point where they're just extending this war for funds, and it's just creating hell. And I don't think you should be on any team. I think you should... Well, this is my opinion, and this is the way I'm going. I am just going to see good projects, good films. I really have a bias against anything Disney does, so I'll try hard as hell to stay away from Disney. But everything else, I say, Support it when it's good. When the quality is good. When the story is good. If they could do it, I'm not gonna be fronting and virtue signal and say, I was being sarcastic at the beginning of the video. I'm not like, yeah, right. But I think that's how you counteract this. I think the more you go forward for the bait, this just continues because they're exploiting the free press. And this is just proof of it. And neither side is going to stop. They're just going to fuel the fire because they've been creating hell in every gate. Gamergate, Comicsgate, Animegate, Stargate. I'm calling it Hellgate. It's all the same players. That's Ryan Johnson's trilogy isn't going to happen, but he was right as hell about that one. So, tell me what you think about this new kind of take and about just doing a whole video on a viewer request. Because Sci-Fi Dragon's been waiting patiently, and I want to get to more, and I don't always want to talk about the typical stuff, because it's not worth it. I will when it's necessary. Don't. You know I will if I have to, but I'd rather not. Get those comments in! Where's my super chat cup? I haven't had my super chat. I lost my super chat cup. It's been the same KFC cup forever. I need a new cup. I need to go. I shouldn't have KFC. So this was Movie Madness. Was it mad enough for you? You don't want the Midnight Madness back? You want me to go all hardcore on Midnight Madness? You gotta smash the hell out of the like button and ask for it and join the madness!